Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters. Today, you need to listen closely, because what I'm about to share is urgent, yet subtle. Allah has placed a pause in your path, and you cannot openly move, at least not until the next sign. Yes, this pause may feel frustrating or even confusing, but it is far more powerful than it appears. It is a protection, a preparation, and a signal from Allah that your timing must be precise. Have you ever felt ready to step forward, to act, to move toward your goals, only to sense something holding you back? That hesitation is not random. It is the divine whisper that reminds you, hold on, wait, cover up, prepare. Think of it like a chess game. The moves you make now determine the victories of tomorrow. Jumping too soon can cost you far more than patience ever would. And here's a little truth. While the world moves recklessly, chasing every opportunity, the chosen ones learn the secret of timing. They understand that moving too early exposes them to unseen challenges, drains their energy, and blurs their focus. In contrast, waiting intentionally, with awareness, aligns you with divine guidance, ensures your steps are protected, and positions you for the blessings that are already on their way. This is where awareness meets wisdom. Every pause you feel, every hesitation, every subtle restriction in your path is a message. It is Allah saying, not yet. Wait for the next sign. Prepare. Strengthen, cover up. And yes, I know patience can feel uncomfortable. But discomfort today is the preparation for clarity, victory, and alignment tomorrow. Now, let me add a little humor to help you remember. While others rush into every opening like ants chasing crumbs, you are learning to move with precision, focus, and divine timing. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be, at the exact moment you need to be. Over the next minutes, I will guide you to understand why this pause exists, how to recognize the next sign, and why covering up now is your greatest advantage. And as promised, by the end of this video, we will lift a prayer together, a prayer that shields your heart, mind, and spirit, while you wait for the guidance and blessings Allah has destined for you. Remember this hook as we begin. The pause is not absence, the waiting is not weakness, and covering up is not a retreat. It is preparation, protection, and power. Listen closely, reflect, and allow these moments to shape your path in ways that will reveal themselves fully when the next sign arrives. The pause you feel is not a random delay. It is intentional, divine, and full of purpose. It is a moment where you are asked to stop, reflect, and prepare. Allah places this pause in the path of every chosen one because movement without readiness can lead to wasted energy, blurred focus, and missed blessings. The pause is a protective shield, a quiet preparation, and an invitation to align yourself fully with what is coming. You might feel frustration or impatience. That is natural. The desire to act, to move, to push forward is strong. But here's the secret. Impatience often exposes the spirit to unnecessary strain. Moving without the next sign is like opening a door before the house is ready. It may seem tempting, but it leaves you vulnerable. The pause, although invisible and quiet, is powerful. It allows your mind to clear, your heart to focus, and your spirit to gather strength for the moment when movement becomes safe and effective. Think of this pause as a spiritual recalibration. It helps you recognize what truly matters, what needs your energy, and what is better left untouched. While the world rushes forward,
exposing themselves to every distraction and challenge. You are learning the art of strategic stillness. You are learning that covering up, waiting, and preparing is not weakness. It is wisdom, strength, and insight in motion. Sometimes, the pause is accompanied by subtle signs, a feeling of heaviness, a quiet voice nudging you to slow down, or small disruptions in your daily life. These are not obstacles. They are divine cues. They guide you to protect your heart, your intentions, and your energy until the moment is right. Ignoring these signals can weaken your position, while respecting them strengthens your path and aligns you with Allah's plan. Have you ever noticed that the most successful individuals, spiritually or in life, often paused at the exact right moment? Their greatest achievements were preceded by periods of stillness, reflection, and careful observation.
They didn't move recklessly. They moved intentionally, at the precise moment when preparation met opportunity. That is exactly what this pause is doing for you, preparing you for a breakthrough that requires your focus, clarity, and readiness. Midway through this reflection, ask yourself, what am I protecting during this pause? Is it my energy, my intentions, or my spiritual focus? The answers reveal the wisdom of stopping, shielding, and covering up. By embracing the pause consciously, you turn moments of waiting into moments of empowerment, resilience, and spiritual growth. Remember, the pause is not absence. It is a divine space of preparation, clarity, and protection. It is the invisible armor that shields you from unnecessary exposure and positions you to move with power, precision, and faith when the next sign appears. Waiting is not easy, especially when your heart is ready to move, your mind is prepared, and your spirit feels eager. Yet, every chosen individual faces this moment of pause for a reason far greater than what is visible. Allah has placed this restriction to not openly move, because the timing of your actions determines the magnitude of your blessings, protection, and ultimate success. You might wonder why the pause feels so heavy, almost like an invisible weight holding you back. That weight is intentional. It is Allah's way of teaching discernment, patience, and alignment. When the world moves blindly, rushing into opportunities and exposing themselves to distractions, the chosen ones learn the subtle art of waiting. This pause ensures that your steps are deliberate, protected, and aligned with divine guidance. Have you noticed that in life, those who act too soon often face unnecessary obstacles? Their energy is scattered, their focus is weakened, and the blessings meant for them arrive in a delayed or diminished form. By contrast, those who wait, who cover up, and who respect the pause, are prepared to receive with clarity and full strength. The waiting period is not punishment, it is a sacred preparation. The pause also cultivates awareness. It forces you to reflect on your priorities, assess your environment, and refine your intentions. Every subtle hesitation, every gentle restriction, every quiet moment of stillness is a signal. It tells you to protect your heart, preserve your energy, and only move when the next sign makes your path clear. Think of it like a carefully drawn map. Moving too soon leads into uncharted territory, but waiting ensures that every step follows the path designed by divine wisdom. And here's a little perspective. Patience is more than waiting. It is active preparation. While your body may be still, your mind is sharpening, your spirit is fortifying, and your awareness is expanding. The pause is training you to recognize what is essential, to understand when action will yield the greatest impact, and to position yourself so that every move you make resonates with divine timing. Midway through your reflection, ask yourself,
Am I respecting this pause? Or am I pushing forward blindly? The answer reveals whether your actions are guided by impatience or divine alignment. Every chosen one who learns to wait grows stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the life Allah has destined for them. So remember, the pause is purposeful. It is not a delay, but a preparation. It is not weakness, but strength. It is not absence, but positioning. By understanding and respecting this moment, you protect yourself, align with Allah's plan, and ensure that when the next sign comes, your steps will be powerful, precise, and blessed. Understanding the pause is only the beginning. The next crucial step is learning to recognize the signs that signal when it is safe and powerful to move. Allah communicates in ways that are subtle, quiet, and often invisible to those who are distracted. The chosen ones, however, learn to read these signs, to interpret the divine guidance, and to respond with clarity and confidence. The signs may come in many forms. Sometimes, they appear as shifts in circumstances, doors opening where none seemed possible, obstacles clearing naturally, or situations aligning in unexpected ways. Other times, the signs are internal, a sudden clarity of thought, a calmness in your heart, or an unshakable sense of certainty that the moment is right. These are the signals that your pause has ended, and it is time to step forward with purpose. Do not underestimate the importance of patience and observation during this period. The signs are often subtle because divine wisdom knows that clarity must be earned. It is not about rushing into action. It is about discerning the right moment. While the world rushes blindly, you are learning the art of strategic waiting, watching, reflecting, and interpreting the whispers of guidance that others might miss. Have you ever felt a moment when everything suddenly clicked? When confusion cleared, your direction became obvious and your heart aligned perfectly with your purpose? That is a glimpse of the sign, a confirmation that your patience and covering up were not wasted. Recognizing these moments requires mindfulness. Pay attention to small shifts, coincidences that feel deliberate, and a sense of peace that signals readiness. Sometimes, the signs are delivered through people around you. A conversation, a piece of advice, or an encounter may illuminate the next step. Other times, they are delivered through circumstances, patterns in your environment, or even through repeated themes in your thoughts. The key is awareness. The chosen ones cultivate sensitivity to these signs, learning that every detail, no matter how minor it seems, could be the confirmation they have been waiting for. Here's a little perspective. Moving without recognizing the sign is like sailing without a compass. You may drift aimlessly or face hidden dangers. Recognizing the sign is like receiving the map and the wind, perfectly aligned with your journey. It transforms preparation into action, ensuring that every step you take is strategic, protected, and blessed. Midway through this reflection, ask yourself, have I been attentive to the subtle signs around me? Have I noticed the guidance hidden in daily life, in people, and in moments of clarity? The answers will determine whether your next move is aligned with divine timing or driven by impatience. Remember, the pause has a purpose, and the signs have a message. Together, they form a powerful system of guidance. Respect the pause, watch for the signs, and trust that when the moment arrives, your movement will be strong, precise, and fully supported by Allah's wisdom. This awareness ensures that every action resonates with purpose and leads to the blessings awaiting you. Moving before the next sign may seem tempting, especially when your heart feels ready and your mind believes it is time. But acting too soon carries risks that are often unseen. Every chosen one must understand that premature action can weaken your energy, cloud your focus, and prevent the blessings Allah has prepared for you from fully manifesting. The first risk is loss of clarity. When you act without divine confirmation, confusion and distraction may cloud your path. Opportunities that seemed promising may turn into obstacles, and progress may feel harder than it should. By waiting for the next sign, you allow your mind and spirit to remain aligned, sharp and prepared, ensuring that each step you take is strategic and effective. Another risk is exposure. Premature movement can leave your intentions, energy, and plans vulnerable. The pause and the act of covering up are shields, protecting you from situations, influences, or people that might misalign your path. When you respect the timing, your efforts are guarded, focused, and positioned to yield maximum blessings. Moving too soon, however, can scatter your energy, create unnecessary strain, and reduce the impact of your actions. A third risk is missing the divine alignment entirely. Allah has designed each chosen one's path with precision, including the timing of every step. Acting ahead of this timing may lead to moments that feel forced, unnatural, or less rewarding. The pause ensures that when the right moment comes, your actions are harmonized with divine guidance, allowing for flow, ease, and success. Acting early can disrupt this alignment, turning what should be effortless into a struggle. And let's add a little reminder. Impatience may feel powerful in the moment, but it is often a subtle trap. While others are rushing, exposing themselves to challenges and distractions, your patience, awareness, and strategic waiting preserve your energy, protect your intentions, and build a foundation for lasting success. Premature movement may give the illusion of progress, but it often leads to delays, frustration, or spiritual exhaustion. Midway through, reflect. Am I moving too soon? Am I ignoring the subtle signs that guide me? The chosen ones learn to answer these questions honestly, knowing that true progress comes from alignment, not force. By respecting the pause and waiting for the next sign, you ensure that every step is empowered, precise, and blessed. Remember, the pause is protection, the signs are guidance, and patience is strength. Moving prematurely risks all three. The chosen ones understand this principle deeply. They wait, they observe, and they act only when the timing is confirmed, turning restraint into power, patience into clarity, and preparation into extraordinary. The pause, the covering up, and the strategic waiting are not burdens. They are hidden blessings. While the world rushes, you are being refined, prepared, and strengthened. Each moment of stillness, each act of patience, each pause in your movement carries subtle gifts that accumulate over time, shaping your spirit, mind, and heart for what lies ahead. One of the most profound blessings is clarity. In the quiet of the pause, distractions fade, and your vision sharpens. You begin to see life from a higher perspective, noticing patterns, opportunities, and guidance that would have been missed in haste. The signs, which might have been invisible in constant movement, now stand out clearly, pointing you toward the next step with precision and certainty. Another blessing is resilience. Waiting and covering up fortify your spirit. Challenges, temptations, and pressures that might have shaken you become manageable. Each day spent under protection strengthens your resolve, refines your focus, and teaches you the art of enduring without compromise. This resilience is invisible but powerful, preparing you for moments of great opportunity where strength and patience are required. The pause also cultivates trust. By respecting the guidance to wait, you are deepening your faith in Allah's plan. You learn that timing is divine and that what seems like a delay is actually preparation for extraordinary alignment. This trust brings peace to your heart, steadiness to your mind, and a sense of security that is rare in a world of constant rush. Now that you have understood the pause, recognized the signs, and embraced the hidden blessings of covering up, it is time to reflect on the greater purpose of this period. Allah's guidance is never random or empty. Every pause, every restriction, and every subtle nudge is a divine tool for protection, preparation, and spiritual elevation. What feels like waiting is actually the shaping of your heart, mind, and spirit for the extraordinary path ahead. Darkness or restriction in your path is not a punishment, it is protection. What may appear as limitation is actually a divine pause, giving you space to strengthen your focus, align your intentions, and cultivate patience. Every chosen one experiences these periods of stillness, because stepping forward prematurely without the next sign can diminish blessings, expose vulnerabilities, or scatter energy. The pause ensures that when the time comes, your movement is precise, powerful, and fully supported by divine wisdom. Consider the signs you have encountered during this period. Subtle feelings of hesitation, small obstacles that shifted your plans, internal nudges urging caution, or sudden clarity that illuminated your path. These signs are not coincidences. They are divine messages guiding your steps. Recognizing and respecting them transforms your pause from a moment of frustration into a period of preparation and empowerment. The blessings of this waiting period are profound. Strength, clarity, discernment, resilience, and spiritual insight are being cultivated within you. Your energy is preserved, your heart is protected, and your mind is sharpened. This is why covering up, maintaining stillness, and waiting for the next sign is not retreat. It is strategy, wisdom, and alignment with Allah's plan. The chosen ones do not fear the unseen. They respect it, learn from it, and allow it to shape their journey. Now, as promised, let us lift our hearts together in prayer. O Allah, most merciful, most wise, protect every chosen heart that is listening. Shield them from harm, from confusion, and from unnecessary exposure. Strengthen their spirit, illuminate their path, and align their steps with your divine plan. Grant them patience in moments of pause, clarity in moments of uncertainty, and courage to act when the time is right. Fill their lives with blessings hidden in the waiting, wisdom born from reflection, and protection that prepares them for the extraordinary journey ahead. Guide them to recognize your signs, trust your timing, and embrace the strategic covering you have placed over their path. O Allah, transform every moment of stillness into strength, every pause into preparation, and every act of patience into alignment with your will. Ameen. Carry this truth with you. The pause is power, the waiting is wisdom, and covering up is protection. Darkness is not absence, it is guidance. Stillness is not weakness, it is readiness. And every chosen one who honors this divine timing will emerge stronger, wiser, and fully prepared for the blessings and clarity that await. Walk forward with awareness, faith, and gratitude, trusting that Allah's plan is perfect, and that every step you take under His protection brings you closer to the extraordinary life He has destined for you.